motion, and I'll need a second. And if we could, Abigail, if you'll take the attendance, if people say present, and then yes, you approve the motion, we'll get going. I move that the items on the meeting agenda constitute essential business of this committee. Meeting electronically is necessary to protect the health, safety, and welfare of Tennesseans, considering the COVID-19 outbreak, and any rule conflicting with governor's executive order permitting electronic meetings be suspended.
I second it.
Abigail, it's on you.
All right, my time to shine. Okay. Jeff Gibson.
I'm present and I vote yes.
Mary Catherine Rand.
Present, yes.
Mark Overlock.
Present, yes.
Vicky Boucher.
Yes, present.
Thank you.
Y'all have gotten a copy of the minutes. Absent any changes, they will stand as approved. We'll get right into the draft. Jeff, dude, I am humbled. This is poetry. I just think you just did a fantastic job. And man, I did see one big mistake on page 2. There's no bullet symbol for the second bullet. So I was a little disappointed with that. But other than that, heck of a job.
Well, thank you. And I have to give credit where credit's due. I certainly was not the only one working on this.
Sure, absolutely. Mary Catherine, I think at some point, so we got the domestic violence piece, and was there one other piece we were going to like keep a placeholder for? I think that's it, isn't it?
I think that was it.
Okay. I mean, I literally have no changes. So unless anybody else does, I think this is ready to go to the Homelessness Planning Council.
Yep.
Yep, I think that makes sense to me.
Boy, just really great job, everybody. Vicky helping us think through safety. I mean, it really, honestly, say it takes a village, but it actually took us several weeks to sort of think through all the implications, the ramifications, including, Jeff, your first suggestion that, hey, a tax hike is not always a good thing for housing. So I'm glad we had that perspective. So just great job, everybody. And that just from my own standpoint, when you have a board, what you want is little ad hoc groups to do a job and then end their meetings. So that way you don't have permanent standing committees. And it's much more efficient, I guess is what I want to say. So thank you to everybody. Any other business? I mean, I hate to say it, 5 minutes in, I just really don't see anything else to discuss.
Well, I think the only other thing we need to, because I believe we're supposed to go to the Planning Council with a recommendation. Judy had suggested that we recommend the council send a copy of this to the mayor's office and the Metro department heads. I think the question is there a broader distribution that we want to think about? And if so, what's the timing of that? Do we want this effort? Well, assuming we want this to be a press release, for example, do we want it to go out now so as to try to dissuade people from signing the document necessary to bring a referendum? Do we want it to be an information piece that encourages people to vote against a referendum should the signatures be collected in the first instance? I don't know the answer to that. I've been thinking about it, and I could probably go either way. I mean, on some level, I don't want to send it out into a black hole where it gets no attention and does no good. I almost wonder if it's better now to send it to the mayor's office and the department heads and maybe consider it for wider public dispersion once, if and when the referendum initiative is actually begun.
I think it's a great idea, Jeff. Just to amplify that a little bit, I think we can also get some advice from the mayor's press office, and they can help us understand how to sort of do a rollout, if you will. But I do like sort of the preliminary idea. Here it is, just FYI. and then they can help us launch it, even though it would theoretically come from the Homelessness Planning Council. Does that make sense?
I
does,
agree. I mean, I think I agree with going that route. I think I agreed with everything that Judy proposed. And I just think she has such a good pulse on everything. So I would agree to send it to the mayor's office, department heads, and then wait to disperse it to the public.
Vicki?
I agree with that. I think it should go to the mayor's office first, and like when this was being proposed in the first place, it's good to have something in your basket just in case.
Great. Well, unless there's any other discussion, I suggest someone do a twofold motion, one to approve the draft, and the second part of the motion would be to distribute it to department heads and mayor's office preliminarily. And this is a recommendation of Homelessness Planning Council. We're not doing this ourselves, to Jeff. So that we're recommending to the, I guess I'm basically articulating the motion. One, we move to approve the draft as is. And secondly, to recommend to the Homelessness Planning Council that initial distribution go to the mayor's office and department heads with follow-up between the Homeless Impact Division leadership, Judy, and the mayor's press office for further distribution down the line. Does that make sense?
I
Yes.
so move with one slight
Yeah, please.
addition that we add the bullet point that Mark referenced as missing on page 2.
Thank you.
I love you. I'm gonna miss you guys. I really am.
Oh, we do it on lawyers. Gosh. So Jeff made the motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All right. Any further discussion? So Abigail, will you take the do the call?
Mark Overlock,
Yes, I approve.
Vicki Batcher,
Yes, I approve.
Mary Catherine Rand,
Yes.
and Jeff Gibson.
Yes.
All right, y'all. I think our business is completed. Hey, Abigail, tell Judy that we went on for like 45 minutes.
I will, because especially since she was like, this group is so great, they'll probably be done really early. I'll be like, Judy, you are so wrong. Forever.
Thank me. Well, anything else for the good of the order?
No, just it's been a pleasure working with you guys on this. Look forward to working with you on other initiatives.
Amen.
Thank y'all
Appreciate
everyone
y'all.
for your work.
Absolutely.
Bye, guys. Have a great day.
Y'all too. Bye.
Alrighty. Bye-bye.